Hello and welcome back to The Legend of Kyrandia, Book 3, Malcolm's Revenge. This is the last book in the series, and it's definitely one of the most interesting ones. They did a lot of things right, and they did a few things wrong. I'm pretty much on the fence about this, whether I actually like it or not. But let's go ahead and let's jump in and see what happened to Malcolm. Because he's free now. Crawling out of the dump.
Free at last.
Yep.
Kyrandia will now feel my wrath.
Yes, indeed.
Feels good to finally be out of that statue, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Remember me?
No.
I'm Gunther, your bad conscience. Now that you're free, I say we go kick some butt. Like maybe Calic and his nitwit grandson Brandon.
Like I said, they did some things right and a few things wrong, and Gunther is one of the wrong things. He's a unique aspect to the story, but man, he annoying in my opinion.
Actually, I like it.
Alright, getting started. There's a few things that we actually need to scavenge for here in the dump. Some of them are kind of frustrating to find, and it usually takes me a few minutes, so if it takes me too long to find them, then I'll just kind of jump cut to when I've got all the items that I need.
I just love
We need a nail.
This
Ah,
is all-
we're off to a good start.
oh boy.
We're off to a great start.
I love it.
My mouse will corroborate. We're off to an amazing start.
I've seen, hasn't he? I wonder.
Well, all good things must come to an end.
Hasn't
Yep.
hasn't
All good things must come to an end. No! Okay, we're good. Awesome. Great. Alright. Cool. Sorry, that makes me really happy, because the last two times I tried to record this, it took me 10 minutes to find those.
I can't believe
Just because RNG was like, nope, you're not going to get stuff that's vital for the progression of the game. Why would we give it to you? But let's go ahead and take a look at the scroll over here.
Kyrandian squirrels are killers.
Are they?
Okay, Mr. Squirrel. Let's see how you like a little magic.
Oh, yes, Malcolm was very good at the whole magic thing. Well, he was.
Hey, what's this? All right. No more fun and games.
Nothing.
I don't understand. What happened to my magic?
That's right. No more magic. Frankly, I'm embarrassed to be associated with you.
They make it sound like that it was Gunther that was giving him his magic, but at the same time, I want to say it was purely the Kyra gem. When the Kyra gem was under his control, he had all the magic in, well, Kyrandia. But now that he doesn't have it, he doesn't have his magic anymore, so, let me go ahead and save real quick, because, he wasn't lying about these, so let's, yeah, we'll just be our whole generic. I'm gonna change it up as soon as I start making decisions. They'll have different save titles, but for now we can be generic.
I know you love teasing squirrels, but I'd watch it. Just a warning.
And a very good warning. I believe if you click him one more time, he leaps at us and he starts ripping out our throat. It's lovely. However, we can have some fun of our own by throwing a nail at it.
I knew I could scare that squirrel.
Good shot. Let's show Kyrandia how to have some fun.
Low life points. Now we have 8 points. This is basically the same score system like that Dragon Sphere used. It literally has no use in the game. It's just there to say, hey, you've done a lot of things in the game.
I can't believe all the good stuff people throw away.
Oh yeah, broken saws, broken bottles is great.
I'd better go home.
Wait a minute.
Looked like they kept any of my things in the castle.
Probably not. However, if you remember, these used to be some gargoyles that were perched here and that they would attack you if you didn't, or rather, if you weren't invisible. Hey, that ship was in Xanthia's traveling alchemist pot. I think that's what it's called. I don't remember what it was called. Okay. So let's go ahead and there's a small little almost kind of like a side thing that we need to do before we continue on, and that's basically we need these flowers.
Gotcha. Is it my breath?
It's sorry, that was the first response of his I'd ever seen. Basically, if we try to just grab them, they'll jump away from us.
Trees here before? Oh, that's right. I blew them up.
But for some reason, we can get them with the bottle. Don't ask me how. I don't know what we're doing to them.
Try to explain things to Catherine. She has to know I didn't kill her.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get the other one. Because in order to talk to Catherine, we do need these. Alright, let's go ahead and pick this up and set this here.
This is Queen Catherine Ray. If you wish to speak with her, 2 flowers would be a light gesture.
Alright, so now we've got the flowers, so we can go ahead and drop them
Flower
off.
will awaken Catherine. Almost.
He clearly said 2, so. Milady.
Malcolm, how dare you show yourself to me again?
What?
How is it that such a brutal, evil murderer can still be free in Kyrandia?
Magic?
You should be rotting in the dungeon of dismay.
No, please no. Alright, so what we need to do is, I didn't tell about this earlier probably when I should have. It's basically a moodometer. It's how Malcolm should be feeling, I guess, or how he's going to be talking. So you've got nice, normal, and lying. We want to set it to nice when we talk to Catherine.
Maybe if I pretended to be nice, I might be able to get what I want.
I'd better not see you be a suck-up wimp too often. You'd better make sure you're totally insincere.
Oh yeah, insincere. That's me.
Murderer! You have some nerve.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry to disturb you, but I need to prove my innocence.
How can you claim you didn't kill us?
The last thing I wanted was for you or William to be hurt.
Your hand was on the blade.
I was honestly trying to stop it. William knows. Why don't you ask his ghost?
Only a royal seance can bring his ghost back now.
And with that, all we know is that we're trying to prove our innocence and we need a royal seance in order to bring the king back because the king knows exactly what happened. Alright, so let's go ahead and meet this little boy for the first time. What he has in his hand there is a sandwich. And we're basically trying to get 2 sandwiches from him. But there's only one issue.
Here, Mom.
What?
He talks like that. And I only know 2 of the things he says because I looked up online to try and figure out what I was supposed to do with him the first time I was playing this. 2 of his lines, he says 3, but I only remember 2 of them. One of them is him just saying, hungry, and the other line is him saying the sandwich tastes horrible. So basically we want to trade something with him in order to get that sandwich. So let's head over this way and go ahead and start making those things, and let's go ahead and take this transporter because it's faster. I really should enjoy it while I have access to it
I wonder where this one goes.
instead of taking the long route all the time. Go on, hop on in. It's a weird pair of lips, but whatever. Alright. Gotta wait for it to power down. There we go.
Downtown Kyrandia looks the same as always.
Alright. Pardon me. So what we want to do is we actually want to head over here real quick and pick up these logs.
someone else.
Okay. Yeah. Another thing that they did, in my opinion, wrong is for whatever reason they gave the game a laugh track. I don't know why. I think it's stupid. The jokes already, some of them are like, you know, oh, they give you a chuckle, but most of them are not very good. Alright, I've got everything I need. So let's go ahead and head over here and use one of our nails to unlock the door. There we go. Okay. Let's go ahead and head on through.
What? The toy factory is closed?
Yep. See, that's not a joke. Why would you have a laugh factory? I don't...
The old book of toy blueprints. Wow.
Okay.
Amazing.
So if you, as you can easily figure out, if you move the levers in any particular way, it changes what blueprint comes out, which means you can easily figure out, okay, if I have them this way, they're going to make this item. The only hard part is figuring out what makes what. So apparently both of them being in a down position make a ball. The right one being up also makes it so. That should be, yeah. There's only 3 that we can make, which is fine. So let's go ahead and make the first one. Pressing this green button over here on the wall. Yay, we've got a horse. Alright, so let's go ahead and set that there. All up should be the, yeah, all up is the toy soldier. So let's go ahead and put another log in there. Press the button. And out comes the soldier, which I actually really like because it's animated, so it's cute. Alright, let's set that there. And last but not least, right, we actually use leather for this. So a shoe works best. There's also a leather jerkin that you get later that you can use as well, but the shoe works best because it's easier to get. Okay. So now that we have everything, we can go ahead and start trading some of these items for that sandwich that the boy's holding. First of all, we've got to go through this door and get a couple things.
Home at last.
Apparently, he lives in the toy factory.
My moth collection used to be in there.
It's probably all dead now.
I've got my copy of Gardening for the Criminally Negligent in there. Oops. I guess not anymore.
I guess the moths ate it, I guess is what that's supposed to be.
Let's see what's inside drawer number 3. Wonderful. My nut on a string. My favorite childhood toy.
I don't know what he used it for, but what we're going to use it for is a fishing rod. So we now basically have a fishing rod. And last but not least...
Look what was hidden under the bed. I thought I had lost this.
I'm sure if you want to just kind of poke fun around, this serves a purpose, but you really only are required to use it once in the entire game, which is kind of dumb in my opinion. Alright, this over here is the family album. It's really more of an aesthetic thing. There's nothing important to it. You can read it if you want.
I suppose I would enjoy.
I'm going to go ahead and look through it and just kind of scroll through as quickly as possible. Malcolm on his 3rd birthday, gray hair and everything, and mischievous smile.
You came from good stock. What happened to you? Ha!
Your grandfather and your grandmother, so that makes you royalty, which I don't think is ever explained in the first game of Kyrandia.
Ah! The wild twins. No wonder Gregor's hair was gray.
You've got your mother, who was married to a wizard, or no, he's a jester, sorry. The best jester in the court married the king's daughter.
I wonder how much Calic had to pay to get one of his relatives into the royal family.
Calic is somehow related to Johann's. We don't really know how. I would assume it's like a grandfather, probably.
I always liked William. Her, I could do without.
I think William is part of your side of the family. And I think she's... I honestly really don't know how the family line works.
Brandon always makes me want to hit him.
The biggest thing about this is just that you and Brandon are basically related. You're either cousins or your uncle and nephew, I believe.
Isn't he the one who put some fertilized seeds under Calic's bathtub?
This is actually a hint.
The seeds grew so quickly, they knocked over the tub with Calic inside.
The hint being fertilized seeds grow quickly, which
No good passport photos in there.
is a really bad hint.
Bug that heavy book around.
But I mean, you probably could have figured it out on your own anyway. So we're gonna go ahead and leave. I've gotta see if I can get both those sandwiches. If not, I can at least get one, but I need two. Okay, good. Here's the boy. Last time he was being really stingy. Let's see if he's still stingy.
Go play in the street.
Okay, so you don't want the toy soldier. You want the rocking horse?
Here, kid. Go play in the street.
No, we didn't want that either.
Here, kid. Go play in the street.
Okay. So apparently all he wants is the ball. I'm gonna... Come on. There we go. See, the menu doesn't like to pop up all the time, so I'm gonna see if I can follow him and see if he'll trade again. If not, I know how to make a sandwich.
Looks like I
So...
just missed Kyrandia Day.
Aw. Let's go ahead and head this way, see if I can find the little boy again. There's a mime, which he'll become useful later, depending on what path we take to get off Kyrandia. Where did this kid go? He didn't disappear that quickly. Alright, good, I'm still set to nice. Because we're about to run into an old friend of ours.
I remember this place. Here comes somebody.
I'm glad they brought this back.
What a ride.
Along with our favorite Xanthia.
Hey, it's you.
No,
What
it's
are you
not.
doing here?
Nothing.
Malcolm, what are you doing here?
Just...
It's a beautiful day, isn't it?
You know I have to report this.
Xanthia, I always thought you were a free thinker.
You'll have to leave Kyrandia.
How am I supposed to leave? I don't have a boat or potions or anything.
What about the circus boat? Why can't you audition and juggle? Or get an outfit and bluff your way on board?
That's basically a hint for 2 of the ways that you can leave the island. There's like 5, I think. One of them that's pretty easy, one of them that's really weird and hard, and it's what you need the second sandwich for. So let's see if he'll trade now.
Here, kid. Go play in the street.
No? Alright, well then I don't need that.
Here, kid. Go play in the street.
Okay, well, he's gonna say no, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna make the sandwich, because I'm not gonna try and find another piece of leather to make a ball with. So let's go ahead, actually, sorry, that was a mistake. I actually need to go down this way.
Hey, look at that boat.
It's a circus boat.
My ride off this island.
Could be. There's definitely multiple ways. What I need to do now, though, is I actually need to go fishing.
Oh boy, an eel.
Yeah. I think I can only get like 5,
Oh boy, an eel.
but I only need 3 right now, so I really have no use for 5. And last one.
An eel.
Okay. So now that I've got these, I'm actually running low on time. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is end the video here, and I will pick up with continuing to make the sandwich. Thank you for watching and joining me in the Kyrandia book 3. I'm gonna try and make this as painless as possible. I kind of enjoy this game. Parts of it are really good, parts of it aren't. So I'm gonna try and make this as painless as possible, especially when it comes to the tedious stuff, like the Isle of Cats. If anyone else has played this game and knows what I'm talking about, they know how frustrating it can be, even with directions. So thank you very much for watching, and have a wonderful day.